I'm Kyle, and I did the Sino-Japanese War, which was from July 25th, 1894 to April 17th, 1895. It was a conflict which was a war between the Qing dynasty of China and the Empire of Japan. The cause was primarily over control of Korea, which was a tributary statue of China, but it had growing ties with Japan. Japan sought to expand its influence over Korea, while China aimed to maintain its dominance in the region. Some of the key events were the first battles. The war began with Japan's surprise attack on Chinese forces stationed in Korea, followed by Japan's naval victory over China. Japanese naval superiority. The Japanese Navy decisively defeated the Chinese Navy in the Battle of the Yalu River, ensuring Japanese control of the sea routes. Capture of Port Arthur. Japan successfully captured the strategic Chinese port city of Port Arthur after intense fighting. Major battles and campaigns. And the first one was the Battle of the Yalu River, 1894, which was a significant naval battle where Japan achieved a decisive victory over China, weakening China's naval power. Second one was the capture of Weihai in 1895. Japan captured this key coastal city, leading to the final defeat of the Chinese forces. And the last one was the invasion of Taiwan. Japan also invaded Taiwan, which was under the Qing dynasty control. Well, there were many other ones, but these were the three main battles and campaigns. Some of the results and consequences was the Treaty of Sin-Homensky in 1895. The war officially ended with that treaty. The territorial losses for China were China ceded Taiwan, the Percestor Islands, and the Liaodong Peninsula to Japan. Korea's independence was China recognized Korea as an independent state, ending its suzerainty over the peninsula. Independence and trade rights. China paid a large indemnity to Japan and granted Japan commercial and territorial rights in several parts of China. And this impact on China was the decline of the Qing dynasty. The war exposed China's military weaknesses and led to internal unrest, contributing to the eventual downfall of the Qing dynasty in 1911. The rise of Japan. Japan emerged as a major regional power, marking the beginning of its imperial expansion in Asia. The impact on Japan was it increased international prestige. Japan's victory established its modernized military power, respected by Western nations. The imperial ambitions. The war marked the start of Japan's imperial expansion in the East Asia, foreshadowing its further invasions in the 20th century. The legacy. Long-lasting tensions. The war forced in a sense of humiliation and resentment in China, which would later influence the Sino-Japanese relations in the 20th century, especially during the Second Sino-Japanese War from 1937 to 1945. Shift in power dynamics. The war marked the shift of the regional dominance from China to Japan, and it influenced broader geographical dynamics in East Asia. Today, China and Japan today have a complex multi-faceted relationship. They are major economic partners, with China being Japan's largest trading partner, while Japan plays a key role in China's technological manufacturing sectors. However, historical issues, particularly from Japan's wartime actions and territorial disputes of the Senkaku and Diaoyu Islands, continue to strain relations. China imports a wide range of goods from Japan. Some of the key imports include machinery and electrical equipment. This includes high-tech products like electronics, telecommunications equipment, semiconductors, and electric components. Automobiles. Japan is a major exporter of automobiles to China, both including cars and automotive parts. The third one is optical, photographic, and medical instruments. This category includes equipment such as cameras, medical devices, and measuring instruments. The fourth one is chemical products. Japan exports various chemical products, including the industrial chemicals, plastics, and specialty chemicals. Iron and steel. China imports a significant amount of high-quality steel for Japan manufacturing construction, and then the other 4 or 5 are up on the screen. And then Japan imports a wide variety of products from China, reflecting the close trade relationship between the two countries. Some of the key imports include electrical machinery and electronics. This includes items like smartphones, computers, and other consumer electronics, as well as such as components, semiconductors, and circuit boards. Machinery. Japan imports various types of machinery, including industrial machines, construction equipment, and manufacturing tools. Textile and clothing. China is a major supporter of supplier of textiles and garments, including both raw fabrics and finished clothing products, metals and metal products. Japan imports metals such as steel, aluminum, and copper, as well as metal parts and components used to the various industries. And the fifth one is toys and games. China is a major source of toys, games, and other recreational products. And then the other 4 or 5 are on the board. And then my thesis statement is the Sino-Japanese War of 1894 to 1895 marked a pivotal moment in East Asian history, as Japan's victory of the Qing dynasty not only established Japan as a rising imperial power, but also exposed the weakness of China, leading to significant political and social upheaval that contributed to the eventual fall of the Qing dynasty and the reshaping regional power dynamics. And that's the beginning of the Sino-Japanese War.